So why will I take my hard-earned money, or anyone for that matter, and put it in an unregulated market?
I feel trading stocks is easier than Forex.
Book A is for traders to make money. Book B is for brokers to make money.
Why can't Indian brokers give 500x leverage?
What is the skill level difference between trading in Indian markets and trading in Forex or crypto markets?
So B-book is nothing but the minute you put your money, it's going into the broker's account.
In Indian regulations, the grey area is, I think, trading in prop firms.
Or there is RISE, which you can use, which is popularly used by prop firms. You should never trade unregulated markets. Overconfidence is a very bad emotion when it comes to trading.
I always keep telling people, swing is king. Hi Parikshith, welcome to Decoding Markets with Trading Academy Bengaluru. So I have a lot of questions to ask you. Basically, the financial knowledge of the people who are trading in Indian markets, they do not have much exposure to global markets. So I want you to educate them on what are the limitations, what are the restrictions, and what kind of challenges they'll be facing in these kind of markets.
Right, Shashank. Thanks a lot for having me here. I'm super excited. And this is also my first podcast, so thanks to you for inviting me. So speaking about myself, I don't consider myself a Forex trader. I consider myself a multi-asset trader, where I like to trade stocks. I like to trade global stocks, basically US markets. I like to trade Forex. So these are the things I like to trade. And the main reason I got into Forex trading is because of prop firms. So I feel prop firms are a very good opportunity for traders to build their capital if they know what they're doing. So there's a very good opportunity for traders. So apart from that, there are a lot of restrictions for Indians. Like you mentioned, you can't trade Forex. And to trade stocks as well, there are some restrictions, but we can get into it in the future.
What is the skill level difference between trading in Indian markets and trading in Forex or crypto markets? So basically what I've heard many people tell me is, I don't want to trade Indian markets because it has many challenges in options when you're doing option trading. But they're all switching to Forex and crypto markets because they're not facing that kind of a challenge there. They're just telling that to me, but they're not making money there also. So what will you tell, how would you educate the audience on the skill difference between these two trading styles?
Okay, so if you ask me, I feel trading stocks is easier than Forex. And the main reason why people choose Forex is because of the leverage.
Okay.
So there is 500x leverage or even 1000x leverage. So that is something you're not going to get trading Indian markets. Indian markets, you'll hardly get 5x leverage. So that is one reason why a lot of new traders are trading Forex. So if you talk about skill, both the markets are difficult to trade. It's not easy. I mean, any markets to make money, it's not easy. There are a lot of traders losing money in the Forex markets, and it's also not regulated. So if you ask me about the skill gap, again, Forex markets are open 24 hours. So it's more time for them to gamble, if you ask me. And stock markets, again, it's open for 6 to 7 hours, and liquidity issues as well. So Forex market has better liquidity. There can be a pro as well as a con.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, got it. So Parikshith, I have one more doubt. So why will I take my hard-earned money, or anyone for that matter, and put it in an unregulated market where your money is not safe, is what information I have. So what is your say on this?
I totally agree with you. You should never trade unregulated markets. So if you ask me as well, I do not trade Forex with my own funds. I only trade with prop firms. And I like to trade the stock market, the US stock market, the global index, say NASDAQ, or even global indices. But when it comes to Forex, I stick to the prop firms. Again, like I said, they're a very good opportunity if you know what you're doing. So people try to gamble with prop firms as well, which is not right. They lose a lot of money there as well. But if you ask about Forex trading, in my opinion, it's always good to trade prop firms, and it's not good to trade your own personal account. There are multiple reasons to it. One is it's not regulated, and when you do not have any regulatory authority, the broker can do whatever they want with your money. Say, most of these prop firms, like we spoke about, they have A book and B book, which is, again, A book is an actual trading account where your orders are getting punched with the liquidity provider, and then B book is just demo. So most of these brokers in India are B book. That means the people who are trading with these brokers, their orders are not getting executed in the real markets. They're not even trading the real markets.
Okay.
And when you're not trading the real markets, there's a lot of things you can do. You can keep high spreads. You can charge high commission. So these are the things you can do. And I've seen people do it, seen brokers do it. I know a couple of brokers who do this. So yeah, I never advise people to trade unregulated markets.
So Parikshith, from the A book and B book concept which you just explained, I've learned only one thing, that book A is for traders to make money. Book B is for brokers to make money.
Absolutely.
So is that right?
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
So B book is nothing but the minute you put your money, it's going into the broker's account.
Okay.
So you're not even sure if you can withdraw that money.
Okay.
So whatever trades you take, the thing is also this B book model is profitable for the brokers.
Okay.
Because 99% of the traders lose money. So it's easy for them to pay the 1% who are actually making money, even if it is B book.
Okay.
So if I have to take a broker's name, take Exness, for instance, they also have an A book model and a B book model. So any trader who's been consistent, they automatically move them to an A book model. So even with prop firms, now the opportunity is prop firms there is a lot of opportunity. So any trader who is consistently profitable can make use of prop firms, can get funded. And also these prop firms are, there are a few prop firms, if I can name a few, say Alpha Capital. So they're a prop firm who fund literally A book funding. They give actual funds for profitable traders to trade. So if you've been profitable for 6 months, 7 months, or 1 year, if you have a clean track record where you're managing risk. So another aspect to prop firm trading is risk management. So a lot of traders make money with prop firms. People who do not have knowledge make money with prop firms. It is that easy because it's very easy to gamble. So you can get a $100,000 account for $400 and you can buy 10 of those accounts. You can risk whatever amount you want. It's like you take a trade. If it goes in your favor, you make money. You ask for a withdrawal. If it doesn't, you blow the account, you move on to the next account.
But I have a small doubt here. What are the chances of withdrawal even if you are making money? Like, be it book A and book B. Like, what are the chances? Because as a citizen of India, in my country, the trading we do in Forex is completely restricted. Right. So we are not supposed to do. And if we do, it is we are going to face some kind of penalty which the government is going to put. So prop firms are one sort of idea which you told me, that you're not directly trading with your money, you're trading with someone else's money. Okay, that I understood. But what are the chances of withdrawal being successful even if you're profitable?
So again, that's 50-50. That also depends on the prop firm.
Okay.
How long they've been in the business, what's their business model, are they only B book, are they A book as well? So like you need to also understand their business.
Okay.
Are they new into the business? Are they giving a lot of discounts to traders to buy a challenge? Do they really want traders to do well? Are they for traders or against the traders?
Okay.
So a lot of these prop firms are against the traders. Not only prop firms, if you look at these brokers, they don't want traders to make money. So again, there are early signs you can look at. So a lot of these prop firms who have been in the market for a couple of years, maybe 5, 6, 7 years, they have a good management team behind them. They have good cash reserves. You can trust them.
Okay. So basically you mean that we need to check the track record before choosing a particular broker that we are going to trade in. So in Indian regulations, the gray area is, I think, trading in prop firms instead of putting your own money into Forex trading. So many people are already doing these P2P transactions where they are depositing their money, INR, and they are converting it to USD through some middle agent.
Right.
So is that safe to do it in a regulated market?
That is not safe. So for me, I withdraw my money. So I trade a A-book account and I withdraw the money directly to my bank account. So I have not faced any issues. Okay. I've never taken a crypto withdrawal.
Okay.
So, or there is Rise, which you can use, which is popularly used by prop firms. So again, you transfer the money into the Rise account. From Rise, you get it to your bank account. So that is something I would suggest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what I've understood from this short conversation, what we have had is, you get exposure to global markets.
Right.
You get to trade a lot of things, a lot of other things which Indian market does not offer,
Right.
and which we are restricted to do in the first case.
Again, Forex markets, stock markets have their own pros and cons.
Okay.
So Forex markets, the biggest misconception is Forex markets are open 24/7 or 24 hours into 5 days, and we can trade them whenever we want. That's not right. And you should also understand, now say, take stocks. On a good day, a stock can maybe go up 10%, 5%. In a span of 1 month, a stock can rally 20%, 30%. So there is an opportunity to make money. So when it comes to Forex, the markets are hardly moves 1 or 2%. It's a very small movement. And if you're trading intraday, you need to use that leverage to make money. That is where a lot of people get trapped. They want to make quick money, and they want to scalp. They want to trade intraday. They want to take intraday trades. So now let me ask you a question. Why can't Indian brokers give 500x leverage?
Because the exchange has put a restriction that they cannot give leverage. You have leverage only in intraday stocks. They give 5x
Exactly.
To trade. So
Exactly.
because a lot of people started losing money,
Right.
in large numbers, people were losing money. So to save the retail participation from losing more money, they bought these kind of restrictions. I think which even I agree upon. Because if you give in options, let's say you're getting 5x, 10x leverage, people will go mad trading these.
Absolutely.
If with one lot, they're not able to manage the risk. I don't know about if they get 1:5 leverage. How will they be able to manage 5x?
Absolutely, you're right. So again, you need to understand who are these market participants.
Okay.
So most of these people who are trading Forex, who are trading CFDs, currency pairs, they're all retail traders.
Okay.
The actual institutions are trading futures.
Okay.
So that is what I look at as well. I look at the futures chart. I look at what these commercials or non-commercials doing against the retailers. So there is this report called the COT report. So I was introduced to this by my mentor, Bernd Skorpensky. Again, he is the person who uses this data to get a bias in the market. So basically, it's like open interest. So you actually see open positions in the market. You can see commercials who are the users and producers who are basically trading, say, sugar, gold, or whatever. They're actual traders, actual commodity traders. Then there are fund managers. So fund managers buy into the trend, and then they capture the trend. So, and then you'll also get to see these retail traders, what they're doing in the market. So you get an idea about what these people are doing, and then you try to align yourself with these big players in the market, say fund managers and the commercials, and then you do the opposite of retail traders. And if I show you that data, it's very interesting. 90% of the times you can see it on the chart. However you get the data, the retail traders are opposite.
Okay.
They're doing the opposite of what these fund managers are doing. They're doing the opposite of what these users and producers are doing.
Okay.
So, trading Forex, I don't think so. Markets being open 24 hours, that's not an edge.
Okay. Okay. Let us come back to that topic itself. If markets are open 24/7 or 23 hours something, what is the ideal time that someone should prefer to trade? What is your time? What is your strategy that you would choose to execute in a market which is open throughout the 5 days for 24 hours?
Okay. So the best time to trade is when there is liquidity.
Okay.
So London session, New York session, these are the sessions where there is high liquidity and you also get good moves in the market.
Okay.
So basically, any trader who is trading intraday, I do not trade intraday. I like to call myself a swing trader. I like to capture big trends in the market. But for intraday traders, a lot of your audience are intraday traders. So you have to stick to one time window. So it can be New York session or London session. And then you just trade that session.
Okay, got it. You mentioned to me that it's not all about intraday what you do. You do swing trading majority of the
Right.
times. Okay, so everyone, when they enter into the market, they would have tried many things. Intraday, swing trading, investing, options, futures. So how did you figure out what you are good at? When did you get to know, when did you start understanding that you could suit this kind of trading style and you can make money through it?
Okay. So when I initially started, I was also trading intraday. I also looked at scalping. I wanted to be a scalper. But then I understood that scalping, intraday, day trading will not make you big money.
Right.
So the big money is in swing trading. So that's one thing. And it's all about trial and error. So I tried intraday trading, I tried swing trading, I tried day trading. I chose swing trading because the main reason why a lot of people get into trading is for the freedom. If you're in front of your chart, if you're looking at the monitor all day and looking for trades, how is it freedom? So for me, I wanted that freedom. So it doesn't matter if I'm getting 2, 3, 4 trades. I want quality trades, high probability trades over 4 to 5 trades or 7 trades a week.
As you mentioned, you keep targeting high quality trades. Like let's say you get a good trade, you make some good money. Will you stop trading for that day?
So no, it depends. It depends on the setup as well.
Okay.
Because I trade a lot of assets. I trade currencies. I trade commodities. I also trade agricultural products. I trade stocks. So I keep getting opportunities in all these markets. So, and also I spoke about the COT data. Again, COT data, if you're trading with the COT data, you have to align yourself with the longer time, say, trend.
Okay.
So for me, if I get into a trade, it's going to be for a couple of weeks or even months.
Okay. Let's say someone who is sitting in front of the screen for, let's say they come in at 9:15. They're sitting till Indian market closes till 3:30. And the evening, like from that time, they're continuing commodity after Indian markets close. Let's take example of that. So would you advise someone to stick to the screen so much and be addicted towards this thing? So what I believe is, I don't need to give 12, 13 hours, 15 hours time to make money. Okay, let's say the day is going as per your analysis and it's going as per your thought process.
Right.
You're making money. Once I get a good trade, I'm out. I pack my bags, I leave. Okay.
Right.
Should someone have that mindset, or they have to wait for another opportunity, or they have to sit waiting for another opportunity to get another trade after booking a good trade?
So my advice would be that if you had a good trade, it's better to stop.
Okay.
Because you will have that overconfidence. Overconfidence is a very bad emotion when it comes to trading.
Okay.
So once you have a good trade, once you have a big win, you're definitely overconfident and then you will do some or the other mistake. I have also faced that. This is what I have faced when I started off trading as well. So I used to look at the charts all day, looking for opportunities in the Indian markets, then commodities, then crypto. So all these markets. So it's better if you're a day trader, it's always good to stick to one asset and trade that. If you're a swing trader, you can definitely look at other assets. It also depends on your trade frequency.
Okay.
So how many trades can you get in a day? So if you're getting 4 or 5 trades a day, even if you're a swing trader, 4 or 5 trades you can definitely get if you're trading stocks. But if you're trading Forex, that is also pretty hard. So my suggestion would be just understand what works for you, what time window you should be trading. So for me, when I'm trading stocks, it's just 9:15 to 10:30 because I want to get that initial orders, and then
you're making use of the momentum basically.
Basically I'm making use of the early momentum.
Okay.
And then just ride the wave.
Okay. So is chart addiction real?
Yes, it is real. So I don't know. I think I also have this addiction since I'm a swing trader, but I keep looking at my chart. It's so I don't make a decision based on that, but I still like to look at the charts.
Okay.
Say if I'm out with a friend or if I'm out on a date, I just open my phone and then I like looking at the charts.
Okay.
So again, so
Is it causing any sort of problem
for me,
to your analysis?
sometimes yes, when there is a lot of volatility in the markets, there could be some problems. But for me, I have spent a lot of time doing a lot of research, building a trading edge, building my system. So I trust my system, and I don't. I have a set. Say I call it set and forget, where
Okay.
I set my entry target, and I'm just waiting.
Okay, got it. Parikshit, as you are into the international markets, Forex, crypto, and all the other various things, and in all the specific things which I have mentioned, there is something called leverage.
All right.
Okay. Is leverage a trap or an advantage?
So leverage, it's quite interesting. Leverage is actually a trap if you do not know what you're doing.
Okay.
So if you know what you're doing, leverage is always good. But if you do not know what you're doing, leverage is definitely a trap. And a lot of people getting into the market get trapped by this. They lose their capital.
Sorry,
very
I'm
bad.
interrupting you.
That's all.
Like, basically, in the beginning, you mentioned 99% of the traders lose money in the market. One of the main reasons is leverage, is what I feel.
Right.
Like, let's
Absolutely.
say they're overutilizing the leverage. Like, their capital is too small. They're taking 1 into 500, 1
Right.
into 1000 leverage. They're burning their capital. Is this one simple way of a broker making money?
It is definitely. So why do you think these Forex brokers advertise 1:1000, 1:500, whatever it is? Why do you think they advertise? Because
So that
They
they
know,
can
yeah.
get people into their platform.
absolutely, they want people trading their platform.
Okay.
And it annoys me. Like a lot of my students, when they pick a broker, they ask what's the leverage they give.
Okay.
They don't really understand the trading conditions. They don't understand if the broker is legit, what's their business model, have they been in the business for long. They don't see anything. Only thing they see is leverage.
Correct.
So that's pretty bad.
Okay. And coming to advertising the platform, you mentioned advertisement. So these platforms, what I've observed, they do not advertise directly. They do not come on Instagram. They do not come on, like, let's say, Google, where you're scrolling across things, you don't find them, or any other social media platform, newspapers, for example. They are doing it through influencers.
Right.
Okay, so-called influencers as well. Okay, I've seen many people like portraying a lifestyle. I don't know whether it is true or whether it is false. No one knows except for them.
Right.
Okay, so all these kind of lifestyle, and they tell at the end this is always there. So even if you want to become like this, if you want to live this kind of a lifestyle, so there is a link in the bio or link in the description. Go click that, download the app, start trading.
Right.
Okay. Is this the sort of education that we need to have in our country? It is overall speaking, it is all Indians advertising the platforms. It's not some random guy from some other country advertising. So they are going to other countries, having nice lifestyle, portraying supercars, portraying cars which is out of reach for a 19 or a 20-year-old.
Right.
So what is your take on this?
So they're basically selling the dream. So that is something I hated. And maybe you can also say I also got into Forex trading because of that. I was looking at these influencers on social media that they're making 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, or whatever it is, X amount of money, which is big, which was big for me at that point. And they're portraying all these supercars, supermodels, lifestyle, going out every day, which is not right, because somebody who's from a middle class family, who's studying, maybe a 19-year-old or 20-year-old, it's a very bad thing to do. So for him, the idea is stock markets or Forex markets, it's very easy to make money. This 20-year-old is making this much money, this 21-year-old is making this much money, I can also start. And then they start following these influencers. They get into that wrong set of people who you should idolize. So you need to have role models in the markets. So for me, the best thing I did was I found the right mentor. Like I mentioned, my mentor, I mean, I've not seen him flex Lamborghinis or nice watches or whatever. So
I think he's busy trading and making money.
Absolutely. He's busy trading, making money. He has his entire broker statement. His portfolio is verified by a third party.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you need to be learning from these people instead of people who are just flexing their supercars or whatever it is online.
Okay. Parikshith, what I've seen is, it's not the 24, 25, 26 or anyone above that age who is getting into Forex trading or crypto trading by looking at these kind of videos. It is always these 16, 17-year-olds that are coming, and we have been teaching concepts which can be used in those kind of areas as well. Okay. So if a trader in his young journey, like when he is young, he is starting his financial journey. If he is shown supercars, if he is shown Dubai, if he is shown a nice hotel, people are not educating him. They are just showing him, okay, if you do this, you can. Why don't they instead educate?
Exactly. That is something I keep wondering.
Unfortunately, we have had a few people who have come to conduct a workshop in our institute as well previously, and we both know them very well.
Yeah.
So what would you like, how should our audience be aware of these kind of people? Like let's say we both are going through Instagram. I see these kind of videos, it's just 1 second I watch it for and I take it out. But someone young, okay, Dubai, they're eating lunch in a 7-star hotel. This is something which is catching their eye. They're getting attracted towards it. So knowing the reality, what should our audience be aware of and how should their thought process be?
So my advice to young traders getting into the market is, first thing, get this into your head.
Okay.
Trading is not easy.
Okay.
Trading is never easy. You can create systems. You can have a routine which can make your trading journey maybe easier, or you can have mentors who can guide you. You can get to that part. But then with just buying one small course or whatever it is, looking at influencers online who are flexing Lamborghinis, whatever they're doing, it's not going to help you. First thing is, you need to get out of this Instagram bubble where a lot of people are portraying a lot of fake things, and you should actually find the mentor who is actually trading and making money and then learn from them.
So basically you have to pick your mentor like how you pick a fruit from a fruit shop.
Absolutely. You need to, absolutely, you're right.
Okay. So, and Parikshith, coming to the platforms of Forex or crypto, any other platform, like you're trading international markets from India, what is the reliability on data? What is the assurance that the data which is being provided to you is right?
So the data you're getting from the broker is not, I won't say it's not right, but it's not the same. There is no consistency in the data.
Okay.
Say if you take two brokers and you compare the data, it can't be right or it can't be the same.
Okay.
So there is no consistency in data, and you need to be getting data from a regulated source. Say, for example, I told you about the commitment of traders report. So that data is released by the government of United States, and that data is of futures market. So, and who are these people who trade futures market? It's the big institutions, big traders. So basically people who hedge their positions, maybe users and producers. So I look at that data. So a lot of students in my community ask me, so why do you see futures data? I don't understand. It's so different from what I'm looking at. Futures, you can see the gaps. There is rollover gaps. There is overnight gaps. The data is completely different.
Okay.
So you need to look at futures. That's something, yeah.
Okay. Parikshith, and one more thing that people have suffered trading in international markets, be it crypto, be it Forex, it is place where there is highest liquidity.
Right.
Correct? Okay. But still, why does pump and dump happen? Even though there is a lot of liquidity, So why is it going towards one specific institution? Like let's say they want to drag the market down. They're able to do that even though it has the highest liquidity. So what is the reason behind that?
So I don't really believe in this concept of pump and dump because I have not seen it or experienced it.
Okay.
For me, if I have to believe in something, I really have to see it.
Okay.
So there is not
Like
enough.
let's take Forex and currency pairs out of the view. Let's come to cryptocurrency.
Right.
Does pump and dump happen there?
Yes, cryptocurrency, it's evident that pump and dump happens. There are instances, there are a lot of recorded instances where these things happen. Say if you take Trump saying something and then people positioning themselves, buying these cryptocurrency and then dumping them later in the end. These things happen. Absolutely. Again, cryptocurrency is not regulated.
Okay.
And when people tell me,
Trump recently has become he's become the financial advisor of the world.
Right.
So he's controlling the markets with his words.
Right, I feel it also comes with personal interests, which
Okay.
I'm not sure about.
Okay.
But again, that might be true as well.
Okay. And in Indian markets, we have a theory, Parikshith. You have traded Indian markets for a long time.
Right.
People say if you survive the markets for 3 years, you're doing well.
Right.
Okay. What is the timeline to be called as a trader in Forex or crypto market?
Okay. So again, this is from my mentor. So everybody who trades is not a trader.
Okay.
They're just market participants.
Correct.
Even in the Indian markets, not everybody who trades is a trader. They like to call themselves traders, but they're not. Traders are people who are consistent, who are consistently making money in the markets. So it differs.
Okay.
It differs from person to person, the data you have, the type of mentor you have.
Okay.
So again, I've seen some people who become profitable in 6 months. I've seen some people who have traded for 7, 8, 10 years and they're still not profitable.
But the people who have traded for 6 months and become profitable, how long is it going to work for them?
Again, that depends on the strategy they're using.
Okay.
So again, I read this somewhere, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So again, anybody can be right in the markets.
Okay.
Anybody can make money in the short duration.
It's just your perspective.
Right. It's the longer term you need to look at.
Okay. And how is the technological impact and long-term visibility on Forex and crypto trading? Do you think AI is going to take over manual trading in the future?
Never. AI can never take over manual trading because even if you see these big companies who build algos,
So it is based out of their mindset and their program.
Absolutely. They need somebody to monitor these algos. They can't just let them. And they also need to be changing.
Okay.
When the market conditions are changing, they also have to tweak these algos and then change accordingly. So I don't think, like, say when computers came in, they said pit trading, these brokers will lose their jobs, these brokers won't be there, whatever. They had that bubble. And then people adapted. There were electronic brokers. I mean, broking business is the biggest in terms of any financial markets. They make a lot of money. So again, AI could be good as well. Again, pros and cons will be there.
Would act as a supporting role, you would say?
Could be. AI could act as a supporting role where you can easily access data. For a normal trader, getting data is really, it's not really hard, but it's hard getting the right data. Again, it depends on who you're following. Again, these influencers, people just rely on Instagram or YouTube to get data from. So instead of that, you can do your research on AI and you can get accurate data.
Got it. Parikshith, what is your strategy and how do you contain your risk?
Okay. So for me, when it comes to Forex, I have a different approach. And when it comes to stocks, I have a different approach.
Stocks is Indian market?
Stocks is Indian markets. And stocks is Indian markets in a sense. I also trade US markets.
Okay.
So again, US markets, I feel trading stocks is the best hunting ground. I advise people to trade stocks. You yourself trade stocks. You know the impact.
I always keep telling people, swing is king.
Absolutely, you're right. Swing trading is the king and you have to trade stocks. So for trading stocks, I have a completely different strategy where I look at the earnings and the sales. That is one strategy I have, which is also called episodic pivots. And then I also trade bull flags.
So that is based out of pivot points itself?
No, it is basically...
What is the difference between the normal pivots that people use and the one which you're using?
Okay, episodic pivots. This was actually named by Pradeep Bonde. Again, he's a very well-known trader in the US markets.
Okay.
Very nice. He is called the trader of millionaires or something. So, so not the mentor of millionaires. I'm sorry. The mentor of millionaires or something, because he's trained a lot of traders who've gone on to do very well in the markets. So basically, it's his strategy, and I have adopted it, and I trade that. So you look at a stock. You look at a stock which is coming with earnings, and so you must have noticed any stock which has news, earnings, or anything, they tend to open gap up or gap down. So you're essentially making use of that news to get that momentum out of the stock, trying to enter and profit out of it.
Okay. Parikshith, initially when everyone starts trading, they have a desire that they want to be profitable each and every trading session, each and every trade. That comes from inside. It is not something which they can control. It does happen even for the best of traders, I'd say. Like, we started looking at each and every trade. Then we went to end of the day, I want to be profitable. Then end of the week, I want to be profitable. End of the month, I want to be profitable. And later stages, a good trader, he always looks at what am I doing in this particular quarter? What am I going to do in half year? What am I going to be doing in 1 year? So how much money am I going to make? What kind of a mindset do you have? Like, do you look at each and every trade, or you look at any timeline that you have?
So I do not look at each and every trade. That's not the right thing to do. But I do track my performance on a monthly basis and weekly basis. So I sit on a weekend and then just review my trades. What are the trades I've taken? What are the mistakes I've done? What are the right things I've done, and collect the data. So this is very important. Doesn't matter how good a trader you are or how much experience you have. You need to adopt this, this habit of collecting data. But yeah, I do track my performance on a monthly basis, and not every month is profitable.
Okay.
So that is something you need to get used to if you're trading Forex or stocks. I feel stocks is somewhat easier, and Forex is somewhat slightly,
more challenging.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I track my performance. And another question you asked was about
long-term.
Yeah. So any trader, you need to have a long-term vision. So for me, I look to maybe make 20 to 24% a year. On a year is a good year for me. I wanted to bring this up. There are people who are making it in a month. So what is your what was your thinking when you heard this kind of a thing? So people are struggling to save their capital, and few people come on the internet. They're so confident sitting in front of the camera. They're telling, I'm going to make 20-25% in a month. So why are institutions not able to do that? Exactly. So
why is a company like Reliance not able to do that?
So Shashank, I also came across your video. So there was a video which you made on Goldman Sachs, the 10K report.
Correct.
So I usually go through that report, and I see how Goldman Sachs, the biggest institution maybe for traders, how they make their money. So they are making 20 to 30% a year. And some influencer comes to a podcast and he says, I'm making 25%, 30% a month. That is very hard to believe. And this is what brings in these uneducated, uneducated is not a right word.
They're trapping the uneducated.
Yeah, they're people who are not aware about the markets. They trap them, these young traders. They make money out of their courses. And then in the end, in trading, if you are an influencer, you need to be a role model.
Correct.
So anybody, if you come across a person, you shouldn't talk bad about them later on. So initially, we see a lot of influencers or whatever it is, who is a real trader, who is not a real trader. So you need to inspire people. So that is what I feel, that is what I try to do. So, I mean, I like to be a role model where I'm remembered or I'm known for good things.
Okay, nice to hear that, Parikshith. Parikshith, like, should you have a secondary source, or like, should you have a primary source of income and then keep stock market as a place where you get uncertain returns? Because making profit is not certain in any trading style, be it swing, be it intraday. Investments in long term, yes, there is a possibility, but there are many instances where people have lost crores of rupees even in long term investing. So, Parikshit, should you have another source of income before you step into trading? So, many people come by quitting their jobs. Many students in their young age have come to us saying that they want to become full-time traders, where they bring in very, very, very little capital. However, the big capital, whatever capital size you have, it is not going to matter to the market in any way.
Right.
So whatever capital you bring in, it is a small capital, be it 100 crores, be it 200 crores. If you're trading in the wrong place, your 200 crores is also gone, right, and even your 2,000 rupees is also gone.
Absolutely.
Okay. What would you tell people who are coming in without any other source of income to trading or investing without having any sort of backup?
Okay, so you will not open a business without understanding the business. Correct. So any person who, if they get into a business without understanding the business, they're making a fool out of themselves. Same with trading as well. So without really understanding trading, you can't start. So, and the biggest mistake people do is they think trading is a lottery.
Okay.
So first thing is you need to understand it's a business, and it's not wrong to have other businesses apart from trading. It's always good. You yourself have other businesses. I myself, we are into other things. That is always good. It helps. But trading just can't be one source of income, because it is also stressful initially. Initially, it's stressful because if your trading profits have to pay your bills, then it's going to be very, very stressful.
There's the same thing. We had another trader speaking on our show. He mentioned the same thing, that he has never been dependent on earnings from the stock market.
Right.
So is that true?
That is true. And you have to see stock market in that way. And I struggled as well initially, because I was dependent on stock market earnings, whatever I earned from the stock market. So I have done a lot of mistakes, and I have learned from that. Okay. So it's always good to have another source of income. It's always good to have a job. People think working a job is a bad thing, but it's not. I mean, you need to get a job. You need to do something in life. So there is no freedom. Doesn't matter how much money you make. You need to be occupied. You need to be doing something in life. So you need to be providing value to others. Say if I speak about yourself, you have an academy. You've opened an academy to serve others. That was your main goal, right? To educate others. So there's nothing wrong in having multiple businesses, getting into multiple businesses. It's always good. So people ask me, the question is, trading your only source of income? Are you only profitable? Are you paying bills through trading? I say, no, trading is not the only source of income. I do have other sources of income. And I'd also like to add, so your family has to be supportive. For you to make trading work, your family has to be supportive. They have to understand trading. So a lot of people do not understand trading because they think it's gambling.
Okay.
So everything in life is a gamble. Say if you don't
know the outcome,
absolutely.
It is.
So trading is, again, you have to consider it as another business, and you have to work towards it.
Okay. It was very interesting, Parikshith. You have cleared many doubts, even which I personally had, and most of our audiences also would have the same feeling about a market which is not spoken about much, except for the influencers on Instagram and YouTube.
Right.
So it was a very interesting session and very educative session, even for me. I hope our audiences also learn a lot from this particular podcast, and they have good output from this one.
Right.
So it was a nice talk with you, Parikshith. Thanks for coming to Decoding the Markets with Trading Academy Bengaluru. It was a pleasure hosting you today.
Thanks a lot, Shashank. Thanks.